Hey, Westside, this is Tanner Trask. I just wanted to check in real quick. If you didn't have a chance to see the service on Sunday about where the transition team's at, wanted to give you guys a quick update. Reminder, the transition team is myself, Tanner Trask, Reed Bills, Eric Johnson, Mary Alice Kretzinger, and Kim Hart. And our job was to find a minister. We're still working on that. I don't have a new one to introduce yet. But I just wanted to run down a couple of quick updates that we talked about in the service today. First is sort of the good news. Westside has a lot to offer a new minister. We're offering full-time pay. We're offering benefits. We have a church with its own building. We have a support staff already in place. We have experienced lay leadership for all those that have been serving on the committees these last few years and been doing the really hard work of your committee to help keep the church going. Huge thank you to all of you. Fantastic work. And if any of you are thinking to yourselves, well, gosh, now that the church is opening back up, are there volunteer and committee opportunities? Yes. Yes, there are. Happy to point you in the right direction. If you don't know who you need to talk to, but you want to start helping out, let me know. Check with someone on the board. Check with someone that you think might be on a committee adjacent to that. We'll be happy to help you, find a way to offer your time and talent. And also a big thank you to those of you that have been able to continue to offer your treasure during COVID. A lot of other churches have been having a lot of issues with getting their pledges in. Westside really hasn't. Now, we know that anytime we talk about funds and finance, you have to take care of yourself and your family first. We don't want your rent money. We don't want your money that you need to put food on the table or the money to keep your lights on. But for those of you that have been able to continue giving and continue pledging, this is all possible because of that. So, that combination of the time, talent, and treasure of all of our members and volunteers and everybody else. Fantastic work. Now, if we have all those great things going for us, why don't we have a minister yet? Big thing to that is there's just not enough ministers looking for jobs. Nationwide. It's not a UU problem, it's not a West Side problem, it's not a Fort Worth, Texas problem. This is the entire country and every religious denomination within it. Not just Christianity either. It's pretty much everybody. And that's been a problem. It was kind of noticeable a little bit before the pandemic, and once the Great Resignation kind of kicked up during the pandemic, it became incredibly noticeable for ministers. So seminaries are seeing fewer students, fewer ministers looking for the job. So we have the best possible opportunity we have because of our, benefits package in our church, but we are swimming upstream on this one. And sort of last thing is, why are we going with a contract minister? And what is a contract minister? So the short answer is that's what you all voted for at the last congregational meeting, was to do a full-time contract minister. Longer answer is a contract minister is a minister that has been hired by Westside within a contract put together between the minister and Westside. The UUA is not involved in any way on that. No other organizations are involved in any way on that. It's just a contract between us and them. They would be getting full-time pay, again, full-time benefits, retirement, healthcare, the works. And they would be, a full-time minister. And we don't have to go through any of the UUA hiring processes. If any of you are around for the multiple of those that we've done, it's, I'm not saying it's a bad process. There's a lot of good results have come from it, but it is a long process and it is an expensive process. And Westside's gone through it more than a few times recently. So we're trying our own thing again, this time again. Quick reminder, our current minister emeritus, Russell Elevin, was a contract minister when he started for us and was not even a UU minister at the time. He was a humanist minister. Obviously, he became a UU minister and eventually became a settled minister, but he started as a contract. And so basically, what does that mean? Well, the board and the minister, once the transition team makes a recommendation to hire, will hammer out exactly what the duties will be and exactly how the hours will be tracked and all the rest of that sort of stuff. But the main thing you'll be involved in is, once the board makes that offer to hire, we will have a congregational vote. We have to. It's in the bylaws. It's also in our principles, and it's also pretty much any minister would want to vote anyway. So you'll all get a chance to sort of be part of that process. So we don't have an exact date for anything coming up just yet. We do have a couple of applicants going through the process, through the interview processes, and as soon as the transition team is able to make a recommendation to hire to the board, we will be probably a pretty quick turnaround time on getting this congregational meeting going, so that we can sort of make the decision as a congregation to hire or not. So keep checking the emails, keep checking our social media, keep checking in with your friends that are members of the church. We're going to try really hard to reach out to everyone once we have any kind of dates on new minister stuff, especially the vote for the congregational meeting. And so if you know some folks that don't really see these videos, don't really have email access, or don't really check theirs that often, once you see that we have that date for that congregational meeting, we're going to be reaching out to them, but please help us out. If you have a friend or you know someone that doesn't check these, please reach out to them once we get that date out to all of you. So we're hoping to have good news soon, but thank you so much for everything you've done to help keep the church going these last few years. And here's to a few years more. Thanks so much.